Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first webinar hosted by the Special Education Advisory Committee, also known as SEAC. My name is Lorraine Ciparone, and I'm the current chair of your SEAC. I'm joined here today by many of the members who will have the pleasure of introducing themselves to you in the next short while. Just as a matter of housekeeping, we are not taking questions live due to the privacy and sensitivity of our students, but we ask instead that you send questions to responses@hcdsb.org. so that we can address them. We will also be posting the most common general questions with our responses on the SEAC webpage in the very near future. This evening we do have a light agenda, but we have a lot of information packed in. First, we're going to discuss with you what is SEAC and who is your SEAC. We will talk about how you can engage with your SEAC and also finish off with a few closing remarks. Again, a reminder, should you have any questions, please email them to responses@Halton Catholic District School Board, the acronym hcdsb.org. What is SEAC? Well, on December 12, 1980, Bill 82 was introduced in Ontario, and it was called an Act to Amend the Education Act. This legislation had a significant impact on special education in the province of Ontario, as its focus was for providing all children with the opportunity for a publicly funded education, regardless of disability or ability. Up to this point, school boards could offer such programs and services, but were under no obligation to do so, with the result that there was a significant variation in the provision of special education programs and services among the boards across the province. Children with disabilities were therefore sometimes excluded from Ontario schools entirely. Some of these children stayed home without attending any school, while others may have been accommodated in private school settings often run by parents or volunteers. Bill 82 had a significant impact on parents, teachers, and other professionals associated with providing special education support to students. It mandated a few things. Of those, school boards in Ontario were now required to provide special education programs and services to exceptional pupils, or they would be required to purchase these services through an agreement with another publicly funded school board. It also mandated the involvement of parent associations in the form of a collective voice called the Special Education Advisory Committee, also known as SEAC. This meant that parents and advocates became more informed about school board requirements for the provision of programs. As a result, they began to influence the range of special education programs and services provided by their boards, and the school boards were provided insight on the complexity of our students with special needs. For more information on what is SEAC and the requirements mandated by the government, you can actually visit their webpage, www.edu.gov.ca/ENG/general/ELEM/SEC/SPECED/SEAC. All of this information will be posted on our website after the fact, so you can click on the link at point in time. So SEAC members, if you're wondering who is around our table today, well, the SEAC members are actually appointed by the school board for a term of office of the members of the board and until a new board is organized. In Halton, this is a 4-year term, and it is aligned with the municipal elections. Our current members sitting around the table were appointed in January 2015, and the term will end in November 2018. Qualified parent associations put forth nominations to the board for consideration and appointment. Parent associations are also able to put forth names for alternates to be appointed. The alternate attends SEAC meetings in place of the local association's representative when the member cannot be present. However, here at Halton, we actually encourage all the alternates to attend every meeting. The legislation allows for up to 12 local associations, a maximum of 3 board members, 1 to 2 persons who represent the interests of Aboriginal pupils, and 1 or more members at large. A nominee of a parent association, should one be put forth, must meet the following criteria. They must be qualified to vote for members of the board, and they must be a resident in the jurisdiction of Halton. Employees of a school board are not eligible for membership on the SEAC of the board that employs them. However, employees of one school board may be members of the SEAC of another school board subject to their eligibility to vote for members of the school board that appoints them. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce and let you meet your members of SEAC. And we will begin with ABC, represented by Maria.
Good evening. My name is Maria Lorenko, and I'm the representative for the Association for Bright Children, also known as ABC. We're an all-volunteer, provincially incorporated, registered charity with many chapters across Halton, including across Ontario, including a Halton chapter. Our organization is dedicated to providing information, advocacy, and support to parents of bright and gifted children and adolescents. Children identified as gifted make up the second largest population of special needs students. However, ABC support is not limited to children officially identified by school boards as gifted, as many children with advanced cognitive abilities have special needs, whether they meet the narrow definition applied by school boards, which is typically 98th percentile of cognitive ability. Our objectives include being a resource and providing information, programs, and materials, and networking opportunities for gifted children and youth, their families, and educators, not only with respect to the intellectual development of these children and youth, but also their social and emotional development to provide support and guidance to parents and educators as they advocate for their bright and gifted children, as well as directly advocating as an organization for appropriate educational programs and services for bright and gifted children. We have our annual conference is coming up on May 7th of this year. It's going to be held in Toronto, and for more information on that, you can go to abctoronto.org, or you can contact me directly. If you have a bright or gifted child, we hope that you'll reach out to the organization or to me personally as your SEAC rep to learn more.
Thank you, Maria. Now we have Lisa from Autism Ontario.
Hello, my name is Lisa Stevenson, and I am the representative for Autism Ontario Halton chapter. Our alternative representative is Laura Curry. Autism Ontario's vision is acceptance and opportunities for all individuals with autism spectrum disorders. Our mission is to ensure that each individual with ASD is provided the means to achieve quality of life as a respected member of society. We have our 6 key areas of focus, and they are advocacy and support, research, best practices, government relations, public awareness, and governance. Autism Ontario is the leading source of information and referral on autism and one of the largest collective voices representing the autism community. Members are connected through a volunteer network of chapters throughout the province of Ontario. We are guided by a board of directors composed primarily of parents of individuals with autism, plus a host of volunteers and respected professionals who provide expertise and guidance to the organization on a volunteer basis. Autism Ontario is dedicated to increasing public awareness about autism and the day-to-day issues faced by individuals with autism, their families, and the professionals with whom they interact. The association and its chapters share common goals of providing information and education, supporting research, and advocating for programs and services for the autism community. Through our programs and 25 chapters, we provide family supports, training and workshops, social learning opportunities for children, summer camp, and much more. Stay connected. Don't miss out on Halton chapter events. Email halton@autismontario.com and ask to be added to our email list for news and events. Also, be sure to like our Autism Ontario Halton chapter Facebook page and turn your notifications on so you don't miss out. We can be found at www.facebook.com/Autism Halton.
Thank you, Lisa. And now we have Chris from S.E.A.C, Ontario.
Hello, my name is Chris Pereira, and I'm the representative for S.E.A.C, Ontario. The alternate rep is Brenda Agnew. S.E.A.C offers a range of programs and services to help children and youth with physical disabilities achieve a greater level of acceptance and independence. In Ontario, there are over 20,000 children with youth with a physical disability, some born with cerebral palsy, spina bifida, some with spinal cord or brain injuries resulting from childhood accidents, or through infections like meningitis. Regardless of the cause of the physical disability, S.E.A.C is committed to helping all children and youth with physical disabilities meet their common goal of independence, acceptance, and achievement. Supportive services to achieve this end include financial assistance for mobility equipment and communication devices, fully accessible camp experiences, information and resources, and public education and awareness. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Now we have Dan from the Halton Down Syndrome Association.
Hi, my name is Dan Fotopolano and I'm the representative for the Halton Down Syndrome Association. The HDSA is a non-profit volunteer self-help organization working to improve the quality of life for people with Down syndrome. Our membership base of approximately 130 includes parents, professionals, and self-advocates. We offer newsletters, monthly email bulletins, a website, support for new parents, social and networking events, advocacy support, and access to resources. We have representation on the Special Education Advisory Committees on both the Halton Public and Halton Catholic School Boards. Our mission is to help individuals with Down syndrome reach their true potential and full enjoyment of life. As a member of HDSA for the past 12 years, I can testify that it is a great organization to be part of, and it's managed by wonderful and dedicated people who are making a real difference for members and their families. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Now we have Rhonda from Voice.
Hello, my name is Rhonda Cannell and I am the representative for Voice. Voice for Hearing Impaired Children will ensure that all children with hearing loss have their rights upheld with access to services for developing their abilities to learn, to hear, listen, and speak. As the Voice SEAC representative, I believe it is my responsibility to ensure that Halton Catholic District School Board Special Education Department is aware of current trends and developments as they take place in the community for children with hearing loss. However, it is also my responsibility to advocate for special education programs and services on behalf of all children with special needs in our school communities. I encourage you, if you are a parent of a child with hearing loss, to get in touch with me at any time if you have any concerns or questions regarding your child's program or services. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. Now we've got Jim, who is one of our members at large.
Hello, my name is Jim Rolls, and along with Lorraine Ciparoni, we are the two members at large. As members at large, we are appointed into the role, and we don't formally represent any local association. I am a retired educator with a wide range of experience in the area of special education in both my professional and personal life. I am the parent of an adult son who is diagnosed with autism and a developmental disability at age 3. My background in dealing with the school system, the medical community, and numerous community agencies helps me to support SEAC, the Halton Catholic District School Board Special Education Department, and advocate for students with special needs and their families.
Thank you, Jim. Now we have Diane, who is one of our trustees.
Hello, my name is Diane Rabenda, and along with Arlene Ian Tomasi, we are your school board trustees who sit on SEAC. The two alternate trustees are Helena Carabella and Susan Treitz, who is here with us this evening. It is our job, our role, to make sure that all the trustees are informed continuously on the work that SEAC is doing, as SEAC is a very important function within our board.
Thank you, Diane. So are you represented is the question. You've heard from the table, from Voice, from Autism, from ABC, from Easter Seals, Halton Down Syndrome. You have two members at large and also your trustees. But regardless of which associations are represented at the SEAC table, you have to keep in mind that all SEAC members work together to support all students regardless of ability. However, the board is looking for incorporated parent associations to join its SEAC. If your association does meet the requirements and there is no other association currently represented that is similar to the population of students you represent, then we encourage you to apply for consideration for membership. More information can be found on the website at www.hcdsb.org/community/SEAC/board/initiatives-applications-for-SEAC. We encourage all associations to please put forth their nominations for consideration. So now that you know who is the SEAC at the table, when does your SEAC meet? Well, currently, our SEAC meets on the last Monday of every month at 7 p.m. at the board office located at 802 Drury Lane in Burlington. There are exceptions. For example, the last few meeting dates have been changed due to March break and an early Easter holiday. A confirmation of our meeting dates can be found on our webpage, and along with our meeting dates and times, you can also find the minutes of our past meetings. We do encourage you to feel free to attend, and if you have any questions that you would like brought forth towards your SEAC, you can submit them in advance of our meeting, and if possible, we will address them at the end of our meeting each night. But what does your SEAC do? Well, as mandated by the government, your SEAC may make recommendations to the trustees of our school board on matters that impact the establishment, the development, and delivery of special education programs and services. We're also provided with the opportunity to participate in the annual review of the board's special education plan, and the board has also kindly sought our input into their board improvement plans. SEAC participates in the board's annual budget process as it does relate to special education, and we also review the financial statements of the board as they relate to spec ed. Beyond our mandated role, the board does seek our input on new initiatives within special education. We also discuss many other general topics, and these items are brought forth by the committee members on behalf of their associations, the superintendent of special education, or from parents such as yourself. Some of the general topics that have been discussed include independence, transitions, pathways, mental health, and technology. So when should you engage with your SEAC? Well, SEAC is there to represent you. We represent you, we represent your families, and we do encourage you to engage with us. You can come to us for information on special education, if you need any special education resources. Connect with us if you need information on how to work collaboratively with all stakeholders, such as teachers, EA, principals, etc. The education system itself is quite complex, so drop us a line if you want more information on why some decisions are even being made at not only the board, but also the ministry level, or just to learn about the services that are available to you. We also encourage you to join us, your SEAC members, at our SEAC monthly meetings, at our parent kindergarten information nights, gifted information night, any community events that we are a part of, and again on our webinars, which we hope to hold many more in the very near future. But please pop by and say hello to us, especially at these events, as we like to engage and know the population that we are representing. But it doesn't just stop there. Please feel free to actually invite us to your school council meetings. Invite us to your school events, such as barbecues, dances, etc. We gladly will attend parish and non-SEAC community events. Again, we are here to represent you so the relationship can continue on and off the school site. So in closing, we are your representatives at the table. We ask that you connect with us, engage with us, and also work with us. We can't represent your interests without this partnership. Collaboration is key in any relationship, and when we work together, we build a stronger community. I know this webinar is quite short. It's an introduction to who we are and what we do. But if you have any questions, feel free to send them again to responses@hcdsb.org. And we hope that you can join us for our upcoming meetings and webinars in the future. Thank you and have a great evening.